Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Zach here today, and I want to go ahead and explain to you guys some things that have changed since beta, how to kind of get started, just so you guys kind of have a path to go. This video, by the way, isn't going to be the most super professional in the world. I'm just going to kind of go ahead and just give you guys some updates. So, the first thing that I wanted to go ahead and talk about is the new way to claim and things like that. Before, if you remember, you had to be a golden shovel. It's kind of confusing, kind of weird. Also, like, just your teams in general were kind of weird. So this season, we decided to add the lands plugin. So I go ahead and just create a land. Oh, whoops, let me RTP out in the random world and just do land create. So if I go ahead and do land create, it goes ahead and claims a 3x3 area around here. Everyone has 10 chunk claims per person, and so you can have 5 people in your land once the season releases. For beta, we're only going to do 3 people, so you'll have 30 chunks that you'll be able to do. We also have an L map, so you can kind of see where your own claims are, where there's other claims that you can go ahead and look out as well. Land info will go ahead and give you some information, and I think just slash lands. Yes, so right here, you can set up natural flags like TNT to energy griefing, like creepers and stuff like that, enabling spawners, and then you can also set up them for like for different roles, so like owner, tenant, admin, member, allies, and then the untrusted. You can go in here to the action flags, so you could disable PvP or turn it on, things along those lines, and you can just kind of go ahead and play around with it, find what you want in terms of permissions for everyone to have. Make sure to set those up properly. Also, there is land top, who is what is currently decided by balance. So I believe it is land deposit. Yeah, land deposit, and then just, you know, a certain amount of money goes into your land bank, and then there you go. So that's how the top is decided this season. I'm going to just go ahead and delete this because none of you land. I'll figure out how to delete it later, actually. Land delete. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, slash barn. So the next thing that we have to now is what is the mine dimension. So if you go ahead and do slash dimension, you'll go ahead and get this fancy screen. If you go ahead and click the enter the mine dimension and you wait 5 seconds, you will now be randomly teleported within the mine dimension. And what do you do within the mine dimension? Well, the easiest thing to do is mine. So out of any ores that you find in the mine dimension, so that being coal ore or copper ore or diamond ore, whatever it is, you can mine and you can get specialty rewards out of it. And these rewards can be loot boxes, which we'll go into for sure here in a little bit. And those will also be specialty seeds for farming. So when you go ahead and farm, these seeds can go ahead and give you things like tokens, XP, and much more. So go ahead and just start mining when you're in the mine dimension. If you look over here, you have 60 minutes a day in the mine dimension. I'm up, so my timer isn't going to go down. You guys will also have a boss bar on the top that will go ahead and show that that is going down. You can in-game find more mine dimension time to increase your time in here. But it's a great way to get loot boxes, great way to get custom seeds. Make sure you spend your hour a day in here. Or ranks get slightly longer, but it's not a huge difference. And the next thing too is fishing in general, just wherever. We'll also be able to have you have the ability to fish up loot boxes along with specialty fish. Let's go ahead and get a fishing rod real quick. And let's see if we can't catch anything. But the specialty fish will sell for different amounts of money, so you can kind of go through like a rank up system, kind of very similar to farming with fishing. That the fish will start out making you less money, and they'll make you more and more money as time goes on. There's also different types of tiers of fish. So there's like simple tier all the way up to, I believe, mythic tier. But yes, the loot boxes are very important. and I am having horrible luck. Okay, there we go. There we go. And so I got this fish here, which is a rare fish. This one here, able to be sold for $21. Just elfish, sell all, and $21 right there. And then the next thing too is loot boxes in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get myself. Let's go with a simple loot box. You can get these now anywhere throughout the game, which will be a bunch of different rewards that you can go ahead and get. These first three will go ahead and always spin, and these two will always kind of be the same for every tier of loot box. So this time I got some armor, I got some simple dust, and I got some fertilizer. Different tiers of loot boxes will get you better things, and there's good things to get even out of simple loot boxes. And even the lower tier ones, you just, have to get lucky. But yes, you can go ahead and get those. Next thing too is now warp bosses. Let's go ahead and spawn a boss. Is it just spawn? No. Let's go ahead and get the Frost Titan. Now we have these new bosses that will spawn, I believe, every 3 hours. And once you go ahead and kill them again, you can get loot boxes. So just gotta come in here. This is a completely PvE world. So in this world, nothing will, you can't attack other players or anything like that. You are only attacking the bosses, and the bosses will therefore attack you. We have a bunch of different tiers of bosses, some easier ones, some more difficult ones, some like this one, and a couple other ones you could probably take out with just 1 or 2 people, and then other ones you're gonna need probably 4 or 5 people to take out. But yes, you get loot boxes for destroying this. First place gets the most amount of loot boxes, and then the 4th place gets the worst of the loot box that you can get out of this, which is not as simple. I don't believe you can get any simples out of this. But how you get that is by damage. So first place gets the best loot box in terms of damage, and then whoever is in 4th place gets the least, or gets the lowest amount of loot boxes. Everyone else doesn't, unfortunately, get a loot box. So when you show up to the boss arena, you want to go ahead and fight the bosses, which I am not going to actually sit here and kill them to the end. But if you are you need to be in the top 4 to be able to get a loot box. And one of the new things as well that I wanted to bring up is the casino. So first of all, let's just do /casino. So there's a bunch of these new casino games that we have here. First of all, you can play roulette if you wanted to. You could play blackjack, and then put in your currency. You can either bet money, or you can bet XP. And then if you know how to play blackjack, which I just busted, so I lost, you can go ahead and make money that way. You could go ahead and CF. Oh, yeah, you just gotta start out here. So CF 1,000. You pick your color. Then someone else will come in here, click to join, pick their color, and then they will go ahead and CF you. It will randomly pick one of those 2 colors. Big thing also too with all casino games, there is a tax that is taken, and I'll explain more about that in just a minute. But also now, if you come in here, we have 3 different slot machines. So this one here takes money, this one here takes XP, and this one here takes either money or XP. You can kind of make your bet. These 2 have the same amount of payout rate. This one will pay out more money, but you have a much lesser chance of winning. And then you've got now these bottom slot machines. Let me go ahead and open. So these bottom slot machines are very special. And let me show you that here in just a second. So these have different types of games. Each one of these have own custom rewards. Let's go ahead and just go with this one. This one is money. The other one's XP. The other one... Oh, and then right there. Perfect. I've already pulled a jackpot super early on. So, these bottom 3, you can get custom rewards if you win a jackpot. And so basically how the jackpot happens is you have a small chance of pulling it, and then if you pull it pull the jackpot, it pulls open this menu where there is a bunch of pull blocks here, and you have 5 spins. So go ahead and do the first spin, and I got 1 gold block here. Your goal is to get as many gold blocks as possible. So 4 remaining spins now. Nothing. 3. Okay, got another 1. 2. Okay, bunch of them. 1. Okay, this is my last spin. Oh no, that was my last spin. Oh, so there we go. I got a minor jackpot win on that one, which got me an ultimate loot box. So that one gives loot boxes. This one gives more production time and mind dimension time, and I'll discuss production time next. And this other one here will give robots, which is where I am going next. So, when you're in game, you have you can go across robots through different methods and means. So what robots are? If you do /robots, you open up this page. Right now, I have 1 money robot, 1 XP robot, 0 tokens or specialty robots. But every day, what you have is you have 1 hour of production time. And for instance, it says this robot is producing $11 or 11 XP, and that's every minute to start out with. And once you go ahead and start your production time, your time up here will start going down slowly, and then every 60 seconds you will get 11 XP and 11 money, which actually I have an upgrade. This should be 10 and 10 to start out with, and I'll go over the upgrades here in a second. So you have 1 hour that you can turn that on per day, or you can also do, I believe it's robot auto. And if you have auto enabled, if you have production time at any point in the future, it will automatically apply. So therefore, yeah, so like you don't have to go in there and click auto, or like click the production start time. It will just automatically start if you have the time. Oh, and then also I just realized too, so it's the reason why it's 11 is because I have a boost, which you can get boosts throughout the game as well, and that will go ahead and boost your production for a specific amount of time. You can go ahead and prestige your robots and get an overall boost on all your robots. To prestige your robots, all you have to do is get through all of these upgrades, which take XP, and they cost more XP each time that you level it up. So the ones that we have is the time upgrade, which instead of every 60 seconds, then you can make it 59 seconds, 58 seconds, so on and so forth. The money multiplier, or just the multiplier in general, will go ahead and give you a permanent 5% boost, 10% boost, keep going up. Capacity level. So these robots have capacity if you look here. So as this capacity hits 500, this robot, your production time will continue to go down, but it will not claim anything anymore. So you're gonna have to come in here and clear these out every now and then. So make sure that you stay on top of that so that you're not wasting. By the way, it says capacity right now 500, but if I own 2, it'd be 1,000 and so on and so forth. Like it does go up depending on how many you have. So you can upgrade your capacity, and then also then you have the automation upgrade. So what the automation upgrade does is every half an hour it claims a percentage of your overall money. So if you have, let's say, $100 in here, and at tier 1, it will claim 5% of your money every half an hour, which is pretty low because you'll still have a lot just sitting in here, but that keeps going up. Then it goes down to 29 minutes every, and then claims 10%, so on and so forth there. And then also down here, you can also just click claim all, and it will go ahead and claim all your rewards. And yeah, if you get a robot in the game, there's different ways that you can get them. You can get a robot random, which, like, if you just randomly right click this, it will give you a random any robot in the game. You can also just get robots that look like that one that I just right clicked. All you again have to do is right click and it will start generating. All robots have a tax that is taken on them, just like the casino. And what does this tax do? Well, all the tax money gets rolled over into a lottery. So right now the lottery pool is pretty small because I'm the only one that's on claiming anything. But when the lottery happens, it happens every 4 hours. When you're on the server, all you have to do is slash lottery join. Everyone gets only 1 ticket. You cannot get any more tickets than 1. Everyone on the server has the same amount of chance to win the lottery. There will be reminders in chat to join the lottery as we get closer to it. But if you want to join the lottery, make sure you do lottery join, and everyone has the same chance of winning it. Now, there is also a tax on the lottery. So if the, I believe the default tier, or so for farmers, if you win, you get half of it taken away. The next rank, chicken I believe is 40% and duck is 30%. So be aware of that. You're not going to get probably that full amount, but you're going to get a portion of it. So basically it's kind of like the server's money just kind of like a little bit of everyone's money kind of just goes into the lottery by either winning money in the casino or by winning money, or yeah, by just like the robots themselves. That is basically the big changes so far. There is other stuff as well. You just have to go and find it yourself. We have moved officially to 1.8 PvP, and that is all working good. And actually, I should probably explain this to you real quick. And Skycough has started. So with moving to 1.8 PvP, there is one thing that we can't do. So if you come in here and you look and see Netherite Axe has 10 attack damage, that's actually false. Or Diamond Axe has 9 attack damage. I cannot change that it says 9 or 10 attack damage, but axes do 1.8 PvP or 1.8 PvP level damage. So I don't remember what it was for Diamond, and maybe it was 4 or 5 or something like that. I know that Netherite just does 1 more attack damage than whatever the Diamond Axe did at that level, or at that 1.8 PvP level. So axes do the same amount of damage at 1.8 PvP level. They do not do the 1.9 amount that shows these really high amounts. This is server. This is client side that it says 9 and 10 and 7 and all that. So I can't change it, but that doesn't happen. Also, actually, a couple other things to add real quick. Couple new rule changes. You can also get like the rules are now in the Discord too. So at any point, if you guys want to go ahead and read those. Server CPS is capped at 10 clicks per second. You are allowed to use an auto clicker while grinding mobs or harvesting crops. You are not allowed to use it in PvP in any way, shape, or form. But it's 10 CPS that is maxed out to. Also, we have some rules about AFK farming. So you cannot now AFK farm at all. Especially you cannot farm by having water or minecarts or any other thing pushing you, like pistons. And you have to be at your computer. You can use an auto clicker to right click for you so that you are not just sitting there with crops going crazy, just spamming right click, or even holding it down, because that works as well as just holding it down to mine crops. And again, remember, right click for harvesting crops, don't punch, right click, especially with the special crops. But as long as you're at your computer, you should be all right. I don't actually have a problem with someone putting a weight on their keyboard to move them, like move them side to side or anything like that, but you have to be at your computer. And same thing with grinding mobs. You can use an auto clicker to grind mobs, but you have to be at your computer. Staff members, and we're not going to be super picky or not like super secretive on how we hide this. We are going to do tests randomly while you're there. And the test is very simple. What we're going to do is we're going to take you and we're going to teleport you to us. And if you're, like, let's say that you're grinding and you just sit there punching for 60 seconds in a row without doing anything, then that is a bannable offense. in terms of harvesting crops, if we teleport you to us and make you look in a different direction, and you just keep holding down like a key to move, and you don't do anything for 60 seconds but hold down that key, then we know that you are not at your keyboard. We also might send you messages in chat, so pay attention to that. But we're going to do a combination of both those things. And if you don't respond within 60 seconds, it is a bannable offense. So make sure you're allowed to use an auto clicker. You're allowed to even, for harvesting, allowed to even put something on your keyboard. But you have to be at your computer. No putting it down and going to bed or going to the bathroom or anything like that. You have to be at your computer. And I'm not gonna feel bad if I have to ban someone from that, because it's very clearly stated in the rules, and I'm explaining it now. And like I said too, there is a bunch of new things in game 2, more than what I've explained. There may be bugs that come up. In terms of bugs, if you find something, let me know. I will go ahead and give you either a loot box. We actually have monthly crates now too. Actually, I'm not gonna show those off, but there is monthly crates now as well, and that I can give out, and I can also give out store credit for like the server store. So let me know right away if you find a bug. And I will go ahead and, depending on how bad the bug is, will give you some sort of reward. If you have any questions, please let me or Sebi know. You find any bugs, please let me or Sebi know ASAP. Also, I'm looking for suggestions too. I mean, there's definitely other things that we can do to spice up the server, make it a lot more fun. Let me know the second that you guys think of anything that could be an improvement. But other than that, yeah, that's the server. Yeah, and I will look forward to having beta open up here in a few days. See you guys later. Peace.